What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Duran Duran, and we're going back to another tune from the bonus or unreleased material album that is Beautiiful Colours, 2005, essentially unreleased material in relation to the Astronaut album 2004, during the brief period where the sort of classic five-piece lineup was reunited. Which, again, I'm thinking about the albums and the sort of chronology of the group, and so more and more when I listen to the albums that remain, which, again, I'm basically getting to the very end of all the albums. I think Thank You's the only one I haven't finished the regular part of yet, and I'm about to do that, so... but yeah, as I do that, I'm just thinking about the different iterations of the group, and also, when I hear one tune and I realize there's another album just before it or just after it, I'm thinking about potential sonic connections and so on. So I suppose it's inevitable when you listen to a lot of material and a big discography over time. Once again, shout out to all the people who have made this journey so fantastic and enjoyable and informed me not only with information about the albums and the songs specifically, but talked about your opinions and sort of the passion that you have for the group, their diversity, their quality, going through so many different genres. Just once again, massively appreciate all the Duranis out there. But yeah, we're up to a tune called Lonely Business, which as a phrase you often hear in relation to jobs which are perhaps noble and necessary, but in many ways burdensome and undesirable, sort of thankless jobs, but which are essential for the functioning or maintenance of some larger dynamic process, group, society, civilization. But also you could hear it in relation to jobs or behaviors which are just seen as sort of unseemly or undesirable. It's a lonely business. Not many people are willing to stoop that low or to sort of be that shameless or so on. I suppose it could relate to something that is just simply an occupation in which one is often lonesome or performing their duties separate from the rest of humanity, or at least any colleagues in any close proximity. So yeah, business, I imagine, might not necessarily be an occupation or sort of career in any meaningful sense, but could just relate to happenings or occurrences as they relate to people and their interactions. So yeah, we'll have to see exactly how it manifests, but if I were to take a stab at something being more likely than another, I would say it would be that sort of idea that it's something which maybe not a lot of people want to do, but which is actually very valuable or sort of meaningful. It just requires self-sacrifice or a lowering of one's sort of wider ambitions in order to perform this menial yet perhaps crucial task. But again, maybe that'll have nothing to do with it whatsoever. But let's get to it. This is Duran Duran from the Beautiiful Colours bonus album, and it's called Lonely Business. Should have called it Smooth Beautiful Business right out of the gate.
Waiting for you.
Yeah.
It's a lonely business. What more can I do? I could be here until Christmas.
Why do you want to go saying those things about it? Don't you know that a girl can't be made to earn it?
I feel like I recognize his voice.
Like $1,000,000. I'm just taking some time out to make it
Change one step over the line, trying to get something to work. All I need is someone to save.
Okay.
After all, what's the mystery
Love the song.
when everybody wants to know about destiny? Just trying to kill a little
working
time.
hard to see the day. Why complain about it? Don't you know that a man can't be bad about it?
What is this? I know this voice. I can't
Why's
place
the
it.
story so familiar?
Yeah.
Something's got to drop for this ombre
the rhythm. It's sort of, bossa nova jazz style a little bit. It's like smooth, deliberate.
Here we go. What's the mystery?
Oh,
When everybody wants to know about destiny.
I feel like that line, the words don't perfectly fit the minor criticism. I love this. That again, high electric melody. The bass giving you all the texture you need.
It's a lonely business. What more can I do? I could be here until Christmas.
Also,
One step over the line, trying to get something to work. All I need is someone to say. After all, what's the mystery?
I love his vocals in this part.
When everybody wants to know about destiny. Just trying to kill a little time. What's the mystery?
The guitar part gives it a lot of depth, a lot of
What's
emotion.
the destiny?
It's a simple layer, but
Are you ready for
sort of the like wistful, strummy nature of it.
what's the mystery?
A long fade out ending, again, I can deal with it more, although like right at the end it felt like a steep drop off. Yeah, very cool. I like that tune a lot. Again, it had a couple different flavors. In the chorus it felt more just, for lack of a better word, kind of classic Duran. But the sections, again with the verses, it felt sort of almost like a smooth, kind of jazzy, again like a bossa nova, kind of a smooth style of jazz. So yeah, it was an interesting sort of blend of sonics. Yeah, lyrically, I gotta hear it some more. I don't think it was quite what I was suggesting, but it does sound like, he feels like he's doing a sort of thankless task. It feels like, he just needs someone to recognize the importance of what he's doing, but no one does, so he like continues to do it, and people thinking about destiny. So again, I gotta hear it some more, but I feel like maybe there's one or two layers that I thought about that like maybe have a like a sideways relevance, which again, I keep saying when I do these videos, there are times where I'll sort of get at a lyrical idea based on the title that ends up being sort of relevant, but it's like turned around. It's like, the wrong angle on it. So it's interesting how that keeps happening. But in any case, do let me know, if there's a line that's particularly insightful, or if you have a pretty clear take on the lyrics. Always appreciate the contributions. Once again, big ups to all the Duranis out there. As I mentioned before, I'm going to go through some singles that I may have missed. I was looking at the list in Philip's Duran, the singles sort of folder, and it feels like a lot of them I have gotten to in one way or another, but maybe there's a few in there that I haven't. I certainly have some more bonus material in this Beautiiful Colours album. There's also, I think, another bonus tune in the Liberty album that I haven't done yet, so a few more tunes to do, but again, I'm eventually going to start doing a sort of a second look series of reactions of Duran videos where we'll go back and listen to some of the songs now with, not only me having a better understanding of, the song and where it came from and what it sounds like, but also having learned from a number of comments from all of you. So yeah, that should be fun. Do let me know if there's a tune that you'd like to hear, sort of early on in that sort of new phase of the Duran journey. Would love to hear any shouts in that regard. But yeah, thank you for listening and watching. I will see you next time. Peace.